died during childbirth.
Yeah, she sure did.
She died during childbirth, and then the child was on him to raise.
Yeah. I just want women to get women make we make a lot of decisions out of fantasy.
Exactly.
We make a lot of choices based on some fantasy stuff that we were programmed to believe. And the reality of a lot of times of what life really is, they just don't match. That's why I
Hmm.
have these shows because I want women to wake up and live in what is, not what you think it should be. A lot of women live in what they think it should be. Well, I think men should do this, and I think Tito should do that. Yeah, they should, but the reality is they don't. So let's deal with the fact that they don't. Now, how are you going to move with that information? Not the internet, and I get it. I get it. The reason why women don't want to deal with how life is because it takes away a hope of a better tomorrow. Do you know what I mean by that, Nita?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
It takes
It
away.
seems like because we're not taught to look at self or look at your purpose or anything like that. So it's like if you don't have kids, what else is there to do is what
Yes,
they think.
yes,
Because they're not taught to look for your purpose or look for what really, really, truly makes you happy. That's
it
not taught.
it's not taught. It's not.
Mm-mm,
No one teaches women to seek first your purpose before you do anything else.
mm-mm.
Although it's in the Bible, it's in this Bible that everybody holds so high and quotes so much. But the one of the most important scriptures in I can't even remember which scripture it is, but I know it's something like seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and all else will be added unto you. That's what that means. That means find your purpose first. But again, you don't know what you don't know.
That's true.
Our mamas didn't know it. So they couldn't teach it
That's
to us,
true.
you know?
Well, it's not taught at all. It's not taught to men. It's not taught to women. It's not taught to anybody.
Yeah, because
That's
men
that's
don't even
why men don't do it. They struggle after money, but they don't get far in it, like we have said in previous shows, because they don't even believe that they deserve to have the type of money that they really want. They
they
live in their
do.
ego. They live in their ego so much. And to tell you the truth, men and women live in their ego a lot, which
Yeah.
is why you cannot plug into your purpose.
Hey, you can't. You can't.
You can't do both of them. It's like oil and
You
water.
You cannot. You have got to master the ego. And we're gonna have the whole show
Yeah.
on the ego. Because the ego has effed up a whole lot of people.
Yeah.
The ego
Yeah.
is why a lot of people broke up. The ego is why a lot of people ain't friends
Facts.
right now.
Facts.
The ego is why a lot of men are in jail. The ego is why a
Facts.
lot of men are in the grave. The
Facts.
ego, the protection, particularly for men, because women can't come out of their ego a little bit to have empathy and feelings and all of that. Men will die in protection of their ego.
Hmm.
That's how
They
deep,
will.
and they don't even have
And but that's what's taught.
it
That's what
is.
society has taught. The society has not taught to pay attention to your purpose,
They
which will make you be a lot lighter. Your ego won't be in the way so much. Your ego's never going to fully go away, but you'll know how to manage it more. You'll understand when you're in it. All those type
absolutely,
of things play out.
absolutely, and also when you know what your purpose is in life, you make better decisions because you can look at a thing, whether it's a relationship, a man, a job, a whatever, and say, does this align with my purpose of what I'm trying to do?
Exactly. Or what I'm comfortable in. And it also allows you to be okay to let it go when it's time to let it go.
Absolutely. You better speak.
Instead of
That's
sitting
real
in it
talk.
for a long time, because that's what happens. We tend to sit in things that don't align to your purpose for years and
Absolutely.
years and years, and you get nowhere. You're just stuck
Absolutely.
on a
People
hamster
do,
wheel.
people do this a lot in relationships.
Yep,
You know,
they do.
and we know, men and women, both know inside this ain't because you can feel it.
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
know, but for whatever reason, fears of being alone, money, kids, stability, all these things, people just sit in years and years and years of life in stuff that doesn't align with them, in relationships and people that don't align with them.
Hmm.
It just doesn't align with you. And it's okay to say this doesn't align with me and what I'm here to do, let me make a different choice.
I.e., having kids. The only thing is, with kids, you can't make another choice.
That's why you got to think. Ooh, you got to think about that one. This
You need to really pay attention ahead of time before you get yourself in that situation.
This girl posted in one of my groups on Facebook. She said, for all the old, she may be like her early 20s. She said, can all the older women, if there's any advice you can give me, what would it be? So it's an all women group, it's like thousands of women. Anyway, all the women were giving her advice. All the older were women my age were giving her advice. And so I said, my advice was, make sure that if you decide to have a baby, that you're ready to be a mother, and you're not doing it because you want a family, because you will be a mother when that man is long gone.
That's real talk.
So many women commented and said they wish they had a thought about that X amount of years ago. Mm-hmm. And it was shocking. It was shocking to me that so many women don't think ahead. Ladies, we got to start thinking ahead. We're too in the now. There's a time to be in the now, and there's a time to think, okay, what are the ramifications of what I'm about to do?
Please think further ahead when you make certain decisions. Jesus Christ.
We got to think ahead. Before you make the choice, look at everything that could possibly happen if you make this choice.
Exactly.
Particularly the one of children. He could leave. Am I good with that if he leaves? Number two, if the baby comes out and is disabled, am I good with that? If it has autism, am I good with that?
Because those situations, those particular souls, there's no 18 years and they go off to college or out of your house or whatever. They're with you for the rest of your life.
Absolutely. Yeah, we got to start talking to our daughters and our granddaughters about this stuff. We're doing them a disservice by not keeping it real with them.
Real talk.
We're doing them a disservice. We got to start being honest with these young girls so they can make better decisions that we didn't make.
That's
seriously. That's going to fall on us. If the next generation do the same thing, that's on our shoulder.
Exactly.
We should have told them. That's our job to tell them the truth about life.
Exactly.
Again, and the ramifications of it. You can't give a baby back. Men don't care. And you can look on my Facebook and clearly see they gives a damn. You had that baby, they say you made the decision. You wanted it.
I mean, at the end of the day, women do have the last decision on making a kid. They do.
They do. We do.
I get that he laid down with you. You laid down with him too. He didn't put no gun to your head to lay down. But ultimately, you have the right, because it's your body that holds the kid, to say yes or no to it, regardless of what the fuck they say.
Who cares
who cares what they say? You have the choice on whether or not you're going to do it. It's your choice.
Yeah. I don't care what they say. I don't. It blows me that women even believe anything they say. It blows me. Ladies, I don't know what it's going to take. I really don't know. And again, it ain't all men, but it's a great majority of men. Men are taught, like Vanita keeps saying, are taught to manipulate from very young. And they learn that because they are trying to get sex. They're trying to come. Whatever that is inside of them that's driving, that drive, that sexual drive that causes so many of them to cheat on you. That's why they manipulate and lie. They're trying to get to that.
Mm-hmm. They're very good gaslighters.
Very good gaslighters.
They talk a good game. You will want to not fully pay attention to what they say. Watch their actions, not the words that come out of their mouths.
You can't believe them. You got to watch what they do, not what they say. They won't match up.
Real talk. Real talk.
And again, they're taught this. That's how they learn that's how they get sex. That's their talk. So when you come along, they get angry. No, that ain't true. Because some of them really don't see it. That's all they know. Everybody around them bullshits and gaslight.
Exactly. That's real talk.
So when you're in it, you don't see it because that's all you know all life. So a lot of times they don't see it. That's why they get so mad and call it bashing. They don't see it. They don't see the manipulation.
They really perceive that what they're doing is their truth.
They do. They
Really,
do.
truly.
They do. I was listening to this. Her name is Princess.